Hey everyone, it's Alison Heikkila. Thank you so much for joining me. We are going to make a holiday card today. Could be geared towards Christmas, could be geared towards other holidays, winter birthdays perhaps, depending on the sentiment that we use or that you choose to use if you decide to remake this card. But I wanted to share this card again. You might have seen it if you watched my Argyle plaid video. I think it was last week. I had used this fantastic embossing folder from Spellbinders on it, and I shared this card just to show you what it looked like before we had made it. I also have this in a blog post, but the whole point of this video is really about this die set. This is St. Nick. He's fabulous. He's really tall. This is a 5x7 card. But one of the things that I like to do when I get a new die set, especially if there are a lot of components, is die cut everything out. Just so that I could see what I have, see how the sizes are, see how things fit together. So actually two of the dies were this. And what does this make? It makes a tree. I made two trees actually because I used two different shades of green for the pine. And then I flip-flopped the colors back and forth because I thought it was fun. And I never used them, as you can see on this card. So I had them left over. I also had this star. I had a snowflake. Hold on. Here's the snowflake die. And what's cool about this is that it gives you this great star that you can use. You can either die cut it in a different color, or you can color it in later, or you could save it for like shaker bits, all sorts of things. But it's a really great size star. So I decided, since I didn't use the trees or the snowflakes with St. Nick, we would use them today. We're not going to use this yellow star here, but at least I can use some of these pieces. And what I do is when I cut everything out, whatever bits I have left over, I just store them with the die set so that I know where they are. I can find them easily. And if I forget that I have them, it's like a little surprise gift, like, oh, look, I've already got these cut out already. So we are going to start with the trees. And in addition to the trees for our background, I have the Starshine Background die. It also comes with this because if you were to just cut this into cardstock, it's not going to cut out the edge, which is great. You can have a repeating pattern on a larger piece of paper. If you just want to impress this design in part of a piece of paper, you can. But then this accompanying die has a cutting edge to it, and it will cut that out perfectly. So we're going to do that, and we're going to use some navy blue cardstock for that. I think it's going to be really nice. So I'm going to cut this down to this size, run it through my die cut machine, and then we will start assembling our card. All right, take a look at that. Isn't that nice? It's so detailed and pretty. I think that we're going to add a little bit of something to it though, just to kind of enhance it a bit. Let's see if this works. We're going to use some chipped sapphire. This is distress ink. All of the dies, by the way, that I'm using today are from Spellbinders. They're fantastic. Okay, I'm going to just start by adding some of this. Yeah, see how that's darkening it up? A little tough to see on camera. I think you can see it there. We might use some black soot too, just to add to it. You don't need to go crazy with this. I just want to kind of put this on here to draw your eye in a bit. Whoops. A little heavy-handed today. So we've got these two trees. We're going to add our snowflakes. And I think we might add a little bit of sparkle. Just a touch. Oh, like a lumberjack today. That's what my friend Amy says. Also, this paper is not really very heavyweight. I don't have a heavyweight navy blue, so I'm bending it because I'm being a little aggressive with my ink blending. But it's mostly because, it's not like a 110 pound. It's like a 65, which is not ideal, but that's okay. Can you see that shading? A little bit. Let's go in with that black soot, and then we can move on to some shimmer. Different color blending brush now. There, you should see that. Can you see that? That's nice. Makes it look a little bit more dramatic, but in a good way. like that. The black soot is really showing. The chip sapphire is fine, but this color is pretty close to that. So all right, almost done. This is a pretty quick process. We just want to give it, like I said, a little bit of drama. Here we go. I like it. I think it's nice. That is a good night sky. So now you want to make sure that you wipe up your area because you don't want to accidentally get ink on anything we don't want it on, like those pure white snowflakes. Okay, so I'm shaking up some sheer shimmer spritz in frost. Sparkle would also be a nice option for this, but since we're going with kind of a wintry scene here, we're going to go with frost. Now this is an almost empty bottle. Good. Sometimes it doesn't want to spray when it's almost empty, but we're good. Look at that. We have a lovely, now it looks like there's a lot happening right now, but it will dry back a bit. You'll be able to really see this, the shine on it when it's dry, but I think that that's really pretty. So I'm going to clean this up again and dry this down with my heat tool so that we don't have to wait, and I'll be back. Take a look at that shine. Can you see that? So again, that's the frost. If you wanted it to be a bit more subtle, sparkle would be more subtle, but this is really pretty. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We've got our trees, right? So we're going to put our trees over here, like this. Oh, this is so cute already. Do I want to have a ground? Maybe we want a ground. I think we do. I think we do. We don't want these trees just floating in space, right? I think we're going to need that. Okay. Got these pretty snowflakes. I even cut it out of scrap that was like too small so that this way we can have it kind of coming off the edge like that. No need to waste any, right? Probably have a couple more coming off the edge too, but this is what I'm thinking. But I do think that I want a ground. So let me get some cardstock for that. Okay guys, don't hate me for using this. This stuff is super old, but it's so good for snow. And it looks so nice with that frost sheer shimmer spritz that we used. This is from Prism Cardstock. It's gorgeous. You can use just plain, but since I have it in my stash, I really want to use it. So I'm going to just follow this line kind of sort of closely, but not really. I really only need to go up to this kind of wave here. I can see in the light kind of the shape of that wave, and that should be good enough. Yep, plenty. Okay, I'll grab my paper cutter, move this over for a second. Okay, this is one of like 5 paper cutters I have. I usually use my tonic guillotine, but I don't want to do that today because I don't want to cut all the way through. I want to just cut this small little piece off like that. Look at how cute. My gosh. Seriously, that was totally what it needed. Oh my gosh, I love that. All right, so first we are going to, I think, do we want snowflakes in front? Maybe. Right? Oh, that's cute. All right, let's glue this part down, but just part of it, because in case I want to tuck some snowflakes behind it. I cut out like 7 of these snowflakes, so we should have enough because they're pretty large. This is clogged. Let's see. Oh, need a pin. I do have the pin that comes with this set, but it's put away. You want to make sure that if you use a pin that you didn't get from Barely Arts glue, that it's stainless steel so that it doesn't rust, because you don't want to get rust in your glue. Okay. I'm just going to leave this part unglued. It'll be fine. It's not going to go anywhere. All right. Cute. And we have our trees. Let's glue those down. This guy's going to go in the back. you can see that I use all the scraps. This is barcode from the paper. These, the green and the brown cardstock is from My Colors cardstock. I have a ton of it, so I'm using it up. But they have a sticker, or they used to, I don't know if they still do, a sticker on the back with the barcode. But it's big, so you just cut through it. No one's gonna know but us, right? You won't tell anyone, right? Okay. This is cute. Oh my gosh, these trees are adorable. Okay. So I'm gonna pick this up because I wanted to put this behind it, right? Behind it, in front, I don't know. Oh, like that, I like that. See, you gotta kind of play with these things. I don't think really anybody can just go into a project like this and know exactly where everything's gonna go right off the bat. You have to kind of just play around and see where you want things to be. And sometimes it takes an hour and sometimes it takes 5 minutes, but it doesn't matter. As long as you get there, right? I kind of like that tucked like that. I think that's cute. Okay, I'm going to put this guy up here because I think he belongs. If you don't want to do it one by one, you can certainly arrange them all and then use some press and seal to pick them up all at once and then put the glue on the back and then lay them back down. You can also just put them down and then pick up one by one just to kind of get them adhered where you'd like. Different ways of doing things. No wrong, no right. Just however you like to work, really. This guy's going to go there. But I like that we are using the lesser dies, for lack of a better term. You know, the die set is really about St. Nick, right? And then we have all of these accessories that you can use if you choose to. But I like making things with the dies that are not the focus. That's cute like that. Okay, so I'm going to finish gluing these up, and then we will finish our card. Here's what we got so far, and I think it's so pretty. Such a simple design, simple die cutting, but now we need a sentiment. So I was kind of waffling back and forth with what I wanted to do. Didn't really want to stamp, but I wasn't sure if I had a die cut that I wanted to use. So then I realized, hello, I have the Spellbinders Handmade Holidays Christmas kit. So I went through there and I grabbed the ephemera and I found this perfect Season's Greetings. It's foiled, it's super pretty, and it looks perfect right there, almost as if I planned it, right? So that's what I'm going to use. If you haven't checked out this kit, I have an unboxing video, and then I use a few components of the kit in a video as well. It's a really great kit. It makes a wonderful gift, especially for somebody that's just starting out in paper crafting. Maybe they don't have a lot of supplies, maybe they don't have a lot of tools. There's no dies in the set, so you don't even need a die cutting machine. It's just great. So anyway, I have a card panel here. Here we go. And it's going to cover the whole thing. So look, no white border. And we're almost done, guys. I love this card. I think it's so pretty. You don't have to really worry about glue oozing through these holes. They're really tiny. Just don't put a ton. And if you are not comfortable with using a liquid with something that has all of these tiny little holes, then you can use a dry adhesive. Okay. This is sometimes the hardest part. Lining it up. This is why I like to use a panel that's smaller than the card itself, so that I don't have to worry about lining it up to the edges. There we go. That's really cute. I have to just trim a little bit off. But we're good. We're done. Isn't that a sweet card? I think it's so pretty. Just using some of the component dies with the St. Nick die set. And then a lovely season's greetings from the Handmade Holidays card kit from Spellbinders. So all of this is Spellbinders. Super pretty. I think that's it for me today. A quick card, not a lot of work. You can bang these out pretty quickly if you wanted to. So that's it for me. I hope that you will come back again soon. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you do subscribe already, thank you so much. It means a lot to me, more than you know. And I'll be back really soon with another card. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you later. Be well, stay safe, peace out.